Hi guys, Puddin here with the game for you on my Tier 8 Premium Japanese Destroyer, the High School Fleet, Harekaze. Now, my captain skills are Preventative Maintenance, Last Stand, Torpedo Armaments Expertise, Concealment, and IFHE because I'm using the 100mm guns. Now my modules are Protect the Main Battery and Torpedo Tubes, Better Aiming, Protecting Engine, Faster Rudder Shift, and of course Concealment. Now I am really enjoying the ship. I really love this ship. And I really did enjoy the Kagero when it was at Tier 9 also. But I just think the High School Fleet is a little bit better than the Kagero right now just because of these guns, which are the Akazuki guns, I do believe. Now, most of you know most of my line of thinking. For North, you do A and C. But for some reason, we have a couple guys going to D, and, well, you know my thoughts on those people. Division mates asked me to go to C. Well, we kind of discussed it, and I was thinking, well, they don't have a DD at A. Maybe I should make the long haul. We saw where those guys were going, and they said, well, let's just take a position at C. You know, we do have a cruiser, and I do believe he is running defensive fire for us. Now, of course, we see a torpedo plane coming in. We see fighters. I turn out so I don't get spotted by them. Now, my torpedoes are armed, and at this point, you know, okay, I know something's on C here, and I know I can outspot pretty much every destroyer that they have. Now, I was going to slow down and just keep this guy spotted, but I get spotted. I stick with HE because I want to destroy modules, do some do damage to them, potentially burn them. Now, I don't hit my smoke because I wasn't worried about incoming fire too much. I see his torpedoes. I might as well drop mine because, well, they're not doing anything right now anyways. At least I might be able to keep that gentleman in smoke and see there because that's one destroyer we are well aware of. Nope. Just gonna run aground because it's faster to, well, I thought it was gonna run aground, but sometimes it's better just to run aground because it's faster to get yourself turned around. Luckily for me, I didn't have to. But with the destroyer still stuck at sea, I kind of need to go, you know, deal with this guy, at least get him spotted. As you can see, for the most part, it's myself, our friendly division mate battleship, and of course our division mate cruiser that are holding down C. Now, this guy is actually, what he's doing by sitting there has forced us to slow play going into cap. But because I do have a Z46, I do let these guys know, hey, torpedoes are going to be reloaded. They reload fairly quickly. I am using my torpedo reload to let these guys know when torps are coming, which is why they were bow into this position. We know as torps were just sent as I get hit by my division mate, but you know what? It is what it is. Let them know I'm dropping torps because if this guy goes forward, he's probably going to eat them, which really only leaves him to reverse or pull out in front slowly. But I wanted to give my division mate a little bit of time to potentially get away for his torps, which are going to be reloaded very shortly. Now, with everything that is going on here, I know smoking up would be useless because he's going to proxy spot me. But what this guy is doing still is doing an excellent job of holding us in C. We really can't push him because his torps are reloaded. He can't push out because if he does, he's just going to get, you know, deleted. He's not going to have a good time, but he does end up making the mistake of pushing out. And he's losing a lot of health for this. I am constantly letting these guys know when I think his torpedoes are out. And I was kind of hoping for the guys at sorry about that. The guys at D to come over and actually, I don't know, help us out with this gentleman. We finally get the destroyer down, which took way too long than was needed, but luckily, most of us walked away alive and with good health. I had to smoke up in that position because I didn't want to keep getting hit by the Chapayev or let the Bismarck's secondaries come into play. Now it's at this point I'm kind of talking with my division mates on what we're going to do next. All I know is there's one cruiser and one battleship for certain to the south of us. We have 2 DDs and a battleship pushing through D. So I'm like, you know what? There's plenty of people to go deal with just 2 ships. We know a shimmy was last spotted at B, and we do know one was coming. So what I was going to do until these torpedoes showed up was support all the guys that were running from A. I was going to help them out, but we see torpedoes coming, and I say, you know what, I think I'm going to stay here and support you guys. Obviously, one of the destroyers has moved on to the air, and I have zero faith in our other 2 DDs being able to do anything other than just go out and do stuff for themselves. To put it to you plainly, I have little faith that these guys have any sense of team play or teamwork. These guys are just going out there trying to work on their WTR instead of actually trying to win the game. Because you can see our shimmy, for whatever reason, is so far. Now, with those shots coming in from those smoke clouds, I let those guys know they were all AP, so it's got to be the Neptune due to rate of fire and volume of shells. I'm like, those have to be the Neptune torps, which means my suspicion is it's got to be the shimmy that did drop that smoke up there. Just because it was 3 sets of torpedoes that did come at us through C. Now, luckily for us, we are getting a ship lead while we did not have the cap lead, but the guys that were running from A are extremely low. Now, really, all we have to do is just let the caps do the work for us. Let these guys come in to us and just die. Now, I am not shooting because I am not spotted. This guy's running away, which is why I didn't initially shoot. But the reason I shot the second time was to try to get him shoot so he would remain spotted. You know, so he would get the debuff. I stopped shooting after second salvo because there's just too much coming in on me. And now with all of these torpedoes, I suspect that we have 2 destroyers in the area along with the Neptune. The other thing is, I did forget to mention, this is prior to the smoke changes, so smoking up teammates at this point is still a good idea. And if you ask me, it's still a good idea in general to at least use it defensively to get a guy a little bit break of getting hammered by enemy ships. But really, with me being stuck in this position because I didn't want to go out, I might as well use my guns, might as well use the smoke and, you know, shoot things. You know, somebody was spotting ships. Somebody was spotting ships, so there was no reason for me to go out there and risk myself when I could do some sort of minor damage to the ships, get some fires going, just do something. Now, unfortunately, this Tirpitz is rushing us. Now, myself and the Hipper that are in smoke here, we're both kind of panicking because we do have another friendly with us and we're not sure what he's going to do. My division mate was trying to get off torpedoes. I let him know, I said, the first puff is ending very quickly. We don't have very much in this smoke. I have 40 seconds till my torpedoes come in, so they're not going to be reloaded in time. We really need to kill this guy. And I'm using every bit of this smoke cloud. Here comes the torpedoes from my division mate, which is why I started moving forward. Now I know the gearing smoke is going to last, or the Fletcher smoke is going to last a lot longer. But what I'm thinking is, if I could just sit here and wait a couple of seconds, I might be able to get somebody who is utilizing that smoke or coming across. The smoke will conceal some of it should conceal all of my torpedoes. I do not know why the targeting was not on the battleship for there, but I really was trying to catch this Fletcher off of guard, which is why I shot my torps through there. I'm just aiming for the gap and hoping for the best. I let these guys know I have 22 seconds until my smoke is back, and you may call me a jerk for this one, but I kind of was using the Baltimore there once I saw torpedoes were coming in to potentially shield me from torpedoes. And 5 torpedo hits and I do not kill the battleship. As I finish off 2 ships, get a dev strike, and get a double strike at the same time. I do believe it was the Neptune that I did. Dev strike, somebody finished off the battleship as I was killing off the DD. Now, while this is going on, as you can see, the teammates have been dying. This is still anyone's battle because there are so many low health ships on our side. And I'm thinking, well, I need to go to A. I should be able to take on the shimmy, or the second DD that was over here, which is the shimmy, just because of rate of fire. But this guy needs to die. I was spotted anyways. This guy is going to finish me off. Now, the reason I was shooting is because he needed to die. That gives us a ship lead, and it gives us an advantage that they only have 1 destroyer left. Now, as you can see, look at the health of all of these guys. Normally, I would just say, oh, look, we're going to win easily. There's no point in watching the rest of this. But the 2 tier 10 destroyers decided they didn't need to support the camp. Oh, look, there's a carrier. We need to go kill it with their kind of health. And it's going to be comical. Now, of course, all this is going on, and we're like, we could still easily lose this because our destroyers are in no position to do a goddamn thing other than die or potentially kill the carrier, which, might be a good thing. But you know what? Time's running down. Ships, at this point, matter as the Enterprise torps the Grozavoy. I just want you guys to think about that for a second. An AA destroyer just got torped by a carrier. Now, I go to free cam because this game is going to come down to 2 plays. Well, it was going to come down to 3. One of the plays was me finishing off the shimmy that was at B. It was an equal trade. He got me, I got him. So that was equal. The next one is going to be the enemy shimmy, who is being supportive by the battleship or the last known position. Now, of course, I know where the shimmy is going to gonna come out. I know what's gonna happen, but I wanted to show you guys this. This game is still not in the bag. We are losing. We have more ships, but they've held the caps longer. The carrier is gonna come in, drop, and get the kill on the shimmy. That is going to secure the decap and the carrier from dying. Now, before I actually change views to my division mate in the Bismarck, Mr. Sea Raptor, I just want to say, if you guys do enjoy competitive play, please go check out Mr. Sea Raptor on Saturday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Time for Supremacy gameplay at his Twitch channel, which is in the description down below. But this Missouri can easily fend off the carrier because he's getting low on planes. It is a lower tier. It is a U.S. battleship. But this Missouri can still win the game by taking out at least the Sea Raptor or the Baltimore. I do not know why the Baltimore is shooting. I do not know if he is detected, but when a Missouri's shooting at you in a cruiser, it's not a good thing. And, I'm asking Sea Raptor, are you going to go for the ram? If you go for the ram, it pretty much guarantees a kill. And he's like, yeah, maybe I should. We were thinking the Missouri was going to go for a ram. But Sea Raptor's going to bait him into thinking he was going to ram. He's got his rear guns ready to go on this guy. He turns in, and this is how you avoid rams. You usually match the guy's turn, and Sea Raptor finishes off that guy, and that secures the win for this game. So now, guys, we are just going to check out the post-battle results. 104,000 damage, 1 devastating strike, 1 double strike, and with the 3 ships, number 1 on the team with base experience of 2,200. And oh look, the tier 8s had to carry the tier 10s. What a surprise. I made money. It's what premiums do. 21,000 damage coming from main batteries, all of that AG, 82,000 from torpedo hits, and 600 from the lovely fires. Now, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this replay. We do appreciate all the support you guys do give us. We do love the replays you send in, and the email for that is in the description. Please remember to compliment good teamwork, good team play. We are quick to report, slow to compliment. And last but not least, please hit that like and subscribe button and have yourselves one heck of a great day.